I have lots of questions, so I'm going to get to it as much as I can. No, I saw this one and I was like, oh my gosh, this is, honestly, I've heard this so often. Squatting over a toilet, do not do it. Your pelvic floor is contracted. It's protecting you. It's activated in a squat. And then you're trying to pee. You're more likely to prolapse because you're pushing. You're more likely to have urine left over, causing a UTI. The mechanism we want is pelvic floor to relax and get out of the way so bladder can contract and allow urine to come out. So no, don't do this. Don't do that. So I don't know if I'm interpreting blah correctly, but if you're cramping afterwards, I would really look at your breath mechanics. Are you relaxing? Is your pelvic floor holding tension? Some really great diaphragmatic breathing afterwards, maybe even some hip opening stretches, internal, external rotation of the hips, all really good. As far as blah, I don't know what exactly that means, but let's start with the cramping and see how we can progress. Yes, I can help you. It is my thing. Okay, so when you're not leaking, when you're cough, sneezing, or laughing, we need to work on coordination. We need to work on strength. I would also take a deep dive into your urgency and how your nervous system is communicating with your bladder. Girl, I can help you with this. Hi there. Okay, so hysterectomy is a pretty traumatic surgery, so we want to ensure that we are going to pelvic floor rehab afterwards because we need good bladder habits, we need good position and posture, and we need a strong pelvic floor so we don't prolapse anything. Now we're going to have all that open space, so working on our habits, nutrition, hydration, super important. Sex doesn't have to feel any different. You want a strong, healthy, functional pelvic floor, and sex shouldn't feel any different. Depending on what you're having taken out, your hormones might change, so ensuring that you are taking the good supplements. If hormone therapy, if you're a candidate for that, that would be great. Estrogen cream, good lubrications, all those things. I love deep core strengthening, whether you're in bed, on the floor, on the couch, wherever. So I want to make sure that it's not going to hurt anything, but I want to make sure that you're squeezing and lifting, like you're zipping up a tight pair of pants and really feeling into that diaphragmatic breath. So on that exhale, you are, sorry, my husband was combing my hair with his fingers. On that exhale, you are squeezing and lifting through from, think about anus all the way to belly button. Yes, I've heard of it. I've even felt it. So when there feels like an air bubble that kind of comes up and gets stuck, we need to really work on our coordination of our pelvic floor. Make sure you're not holding your breath. Make sure you're not squeezing your butt cheeks. Make sure you're really relaxing your abdominal region. Hip opening stretches are really good. We don't want the coordination in the pelvic floor to be like, right? We want it relaxed and contracted, having a nice tone. So try that. It absolutely can. Now there's lots of different types of hemorrhoids, different severities of hemorrhoids, but ensuring that our pelvic floor is really nice and relaxed and strong, along with looking at our nutrition, our hydration, our pooping posture, our posture when we're standing, sitting, all of those things. Our habits are all going to help with prevention of hemorrhoids or further severity of hemorrhoids, and even eliminating certain kinds of hemorrhoids. This is your bladder being super bossy and your nervous system being really frazzled. So yes, and yes. So nervous system and bladder communicate with one another. If you get anxiety or really excited, your nervous system has no idea if you're excited or you're in fear of your life. So it reacts the way it needs to react. If we don't have really great, thank you, coping skills for those feelings. So what I tell my people is work on tapping or diaphragmatic breathing, really calming the system. You're the boss of the bladder. Very zen-like, and you can get this under control. If we're talking prolapse, I'm guessing that's what you mean, bulge. No matter what grade you have, pelvic floor rehab, to me, is hands down one of the best and should be one of the first things we do before and after surgery, if that's the case. In research, it indicates that pelvic floor rehab can move a prolapse 2 grades. I've had patients who have not been candidates for surgery. We've done pessaries and worked on all the habits, the prevention of further prolapse of different organs and strengthening, and it's been completely eliminated, the symptoms. So absolutely never let anybody tell you that it will not work. It can get rid of symptoms and it can move the prolapse. Grade 3 and 4 though are in research. They say surgery, but even with surgery, we are doing rehab.